Oh, mein Mann ist Sohn. No, that was all wrong. Scratch that. Hello lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. My channel is all about lifestyle, fashion, fun, travel, and if you like any of those things, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can tap in anytime I post something new. I wanted to chat about just some news that is like amazing. It's so awesome. I am relocating to Germany, and I wanted to take you guys on this journey with me because I want to show you kind of like the preparation, everything that I've done so far, and then everything that I still have to do. And then when I get there, looking for a home, all kinds of good stuff, the fashion that's out there, the shopping that's out there. Germany is centrally located to everything, everywhere. So it'll be so much fun. I'm looking forward to it. And I just wanted to chat about that. What I've done so far. So far I have done a bunch of nothing, for real. No, I've done some stuff so far. So let's talk about documentation and what I've done so far, right? With any documentation that I have needed or have been required to provide. So for starters, I have made copies. I am married, right? So I have copies of my marriage certificate, copies of my birth certificate, copy of my son's birth certificate. I have kids. So copies of those documentations I needed to provide for passports and for just the preparation of the travel, right? All those important papers, they need to go with me when I go and when my family goes. So I've gathered all of my important documents and submitted whatever I've needed as far as those documentations to get official passports as well as tourist passport. We already had tourist passport, but official passports. So I've gathered all of those important documents I think that I may need to have to take with me, right? So I've done all of that. I have scheduled my household goods pickup. All right, so I'm not moving my home. We're keeping our home. I'm not really taking any furniture or anything like that, but I have scheduled the household goods move. It's a local move. I think I'm allotted 18,000 pounds for my total move with myself and my family included. So I think right now I've estimated that I'm gonna take like about 5,000 pounds worth of stuff for me. And that's just gonna include my clothes, shoes, my Peloton bike. I don't know if I'm gonna take the tread yet, but possibly the tread if I decide that as well. So that's what I've done so far. I've gone into the system. I've submitted the request to, hey, I want to move on this particular date or have my household goods picked up on this particular date. I've gone into the system to schedule that. I've gotten an email confirmation that it's being worked. And so that's where we are with that. And that's scheduled to be done next month. Now, the other part of what I've done so far, so I have all the documentation. I have all of I've scheduled the household goods. We have appointments to do the passport stuff on Monday. So I've done all of that to prepare us to get the passports that we need. I have scheduled my temporary lodging for when I land in Germany. So I'm landing in Stuttgart, Germany, and I've scheduled already my temporary housing once I get there, and that is scheduled for 30 days. So I'm anticipating I'll be at the temporary housing for about 30 days, and it's a hotel, nice. They have spa, they have what do you call that? Yeah, sauna and all of that stuff. So I'm super excited about that. Restaurants. And I will be getting per diem and things like that to cover my meals and the lodging once I arrive. So those are things you'll have to prepare for, coordinate, and have the financial, backing for all of that you're gonna do when you get there. So that I've scheduled for 30 days. And I think for what I've seen, the estimated cost for those 30 days was like about 4,700 euro. So keep that in mind. That's just to give you an idea of what you will have to be spending if you are coming out of pocket to do that yourself. Now, I won't have a car when I first get there because I will have to do, I think it's called like the it's called International Driver's Permit, IDP. So if you are in the US, in certain states, they have reciprocity where you could just turn in your license or basically kind of convert your license to a German license when you get there. So you have to look that up yourself, because there are some states that do not have reciprocity, which means you will have to take a written exam and a driving exam. So I'm in Virginia, and I've looked it up. Virginia has reciprocity, so I will just be able to do that. But once I get there, I'm going to get the IDP, because that's just another form of verification of your U.S. driver's license, okay? Do your research, because when you're relocating anywhere, you need to know what you're going into, and know how to prepare yourself, all right? So this is just what I've gathered so far. And I do plan on leasing a car when I get to Germany. So I will need to have the IDP when I get there to drive my own self if I needed to rent a car or something like that. But then also be able to get a lease. I'll need the IDP as well as my US license to be able to get the German license, because I think from what I've seen, that is a requirement to lease a vehicle in Germany. So I've done the training online for the IDP so far, and I just have to take there is a little virtual test. It's online to get the IDP. So I've done the training, but not the test yet. So I'll probably do that on Monday. What else have I done? So I talked about the paperwork that you need to gather, all your personal documentation that you or your family will need. I don't have any pets, so you will need documentation for your pets too if you're taking any pets, so keep that in mind. You'll need documentation as well for your car if you plan to ship a car. I'm not shipping a car, but keep that in mind if you are planning to do so. So documentation, your scheduling of your household goods, whether you're going to do a local mover or if it's through, coordinated effort with your company or agency. Your temporary housing when you arrive in Germany, okay? And what else? What your plan will be as far as getting around, how you'll need to be able to get around as far as the licensing and things like that. So far, I think that's kind of what I've done. Now, what I'm doing here on the sideline is I'm writing a checklist of things that I know that I want to have on my person when I leave, and then things I want to have in my pack out that will go and I'm not pressed to have as soon as I get there. So I've been trying to write a list to determine what that will be. And like I said, once again, since I'm only taking clothes, shoes, my books, and just like stuff like that, like legitly, I can probably put a lot of that stuff in bags that I'm going to be taking with me. And I think I'm allotted to fly with, I want to say, I saw 350 pounds somewhere. So that will be probably 3 bags. I might be wrong on that number. Don't quote me. Because that does sound like a lot now that I'm thinking about it. But I know I can take, I think 3 check-in bags. And so they can be, the normal I think is 50 pounds. So I want to say I'm allotted probably like 90 pounds each bag or somewhere around that range, which is why I'm thinking I saw 350 pounds. So I'm taking like three big bags. I'm going to check those bags in. And of course my carry-on with my essentials and things like that. Now let's talk about, while I'm talking about the flight, once again, that is covered by the agency. So I am going to be flying, I think, direct out of Dulles. Oh no, I have a stop in Amsterdam. So it's going to be from Dulles to Amsterdam and then Amsterdam to Stuttgart. Okay. So I would like to upgrade my flight if I can. I don't know if I can do that when it's on the company's dime. But I'll pay the difference if I can, because I absolutely want to fly business class. Like that's a 8-hour, 9-hour flight. And I want to be comfortable. I want to be able to stretch out, and I want to be able to just eat good and sleep. So I'm going to try to do that. But because the flight is coordinated, and that was another local coordinated effort that I had to do, but the POCs were given to me to do that. And then you give them the dates, the time, your preference of airline and seat preference, and where you're flying into and things like that. So they coordinate all of that for myself and my family. So just keep that in mind. You will have to look up your flights and things like that, coordinate kind of where you want to stop if you want to fly direct, and that type of thing when you are going to be relocating. Okay. What else? What else have I done so far? Besides that, I think, like I said, go back to the checklist. The checklist is just to determine what I want to take with me, what I need to have with me, and of course those documentations that I was talking about, the important paperwork, that will all come with me on my person. So I need to have that for sure. And other than that, I'm gonna take, it's cold in Germany right now, so I'm gonna have my winter clothes. I think I'm gonna take like all of my winter clothes and things like that. That kind of stuff will come with me. And I'll try to plan to have, I'll say maybe like in my bags, I would try to have at least like 2 weeks, maybe a little bit more of full outfits to have, if I can roll them up tightly and pack them so that I have them, because I want to have the clothes to wear and be able to switch things in and out until I get all of the other stuff. So keep that in mind, right? You want to have enough to cover you down when you get in Germany. As far as I know, I'll have to be going to do in processing stuff, so I'll need to have clothes to go to work in and to just move around in. The weekend will come around, I want to hang out and do some things, so I want to have relaxing clothes, business clothes, and then workout clothes, right? So keep that in mind, because those are some of the things that you'll want to plan for as far as when you're packing up your bag that will go with you. All right. And so far, I think that that's really kind of all that I've done, at this point. I've told family and friends, of course, already, they know, so everybody's excited. And, in preparation, I am going to have a gathering at my house for New Year's Eve, where I'm going to have family and, intimate, setting, friends. Well, we'll kind of celebrate, and I'm hosting them, and that'll be my last like little hoorah before I take off. But for the most part, it's kind of like a simple move on this side of things. Now, when I actually get to Germany, we're gonna tap back in, and then I'm gonna let you guys know how that process is working and what I've done when I arrived there and things like that. So we're gonna go on this journey together. I'm gonna take you every step of the way. Like I said, if you have any questions, just drop them below, because we are doing this together. And I cannot wait until I do get to Germany, because if you guys didn't know, when my TikTok and Instagram and things like that, I do a lot of like styling content, because I go to work every day for the most part. So that is kind of what I always wear, is work clothes. And I know when I get to Germany, it'll be cold there, and I may be dressing a little differently. So I'm excited to bring some styling content and fashion content, what people are wearing there, what I'll be wearing to my channel. And just like, I don't know, I'm excited to travel, because I'm gonna be centrally located to everywhere that you will want to go to shop. Paris, London, Italy. I'm gonna be like right there. Kind of, Germany is like almost like a hub. You can get in and out easily to do like all of the fabulous things, the traveling. I'm gonna take you guys on all the tours, all of the everything, okay? So I'm just really, really excited, and I'm just excited to bring this to my channel, because I know somebody else is relocating, if not to Germany, to somewhere, and you may have like questions, and you may want to see somebody else's experience. You may want to just, I don't know, you may be considering Germany, and you just don't know like the vibe, right? Like, so let's go together. I'll tell you how it is. I'll tell you all about it, and we'll learn together. And one thing I will throw out there now is, I think it is very important, if you have not thought about learning that second or third language, or whatever the case may be, if you are relocating, and especially to Germany, I think now is the time to definitely start learning that language. And I have been practicing. My family is Panamanian, so I can understand and I can read Spanish very well. Formulating the sentences is still a problem for me, because I did not grow up there. But my family does speak it, and I'm happy to have that as my heritage, my ethnicity, and things like that. So I try to keep that a part of my life, and I have been learning Spanish for a very long time, and speaking it a little bit, and practicing it, and teaching my son. But now I'm very excited to be picking up German, and I've learned a little bit, and I'm using Duolingo for anybody that is interested in like with the platform. It's easy, and they have a free option, as well as they have a paid option. And so I do the paid option. I did the free option for a long time, but the paid option allows you, I think, to kind of like not miss your streaks and things like that. Like I'm very competitive. So I want to keep my streaks up and things like that. So anyway, look into it if you're looking for a platform to have on your mobile, and you can just tap into it when you want to practice your language. But I have been learning German because I've been to Germany several times before, to Wiesbaden. Like I said, my uncle lives in Mainz. I've been up to Borken. Very good friend of mine, who's like a sister, lives in Borken. So it's more like countryside. But so I've been a couple of different times and I've experienced the vibe. I've experienced German people. And what they say is definitely true. German people are super nice, super kind, but I think that they are very, they can be sometimes just, I don't know, different when you are American, and then one, you don't speak the language. It's kind of like that, I think, wherever you go. When you don't attempt to immerse yourself, I feel like the vibe changes with the people you're interacting with. I'll just say that. So it's my goal to definitely immerse myself and to have my son immerse himself and to learn the language so that we can better communicate with the Germans and better communicate with people that we have in our lives and that people will be encountering every day, right? So it just makes sense. So I say all that to say I have been learning German. And I'm almost kind of like, I don't even want to give you guys some of my practice I've been practicing, but let me think about what I can tell you. I can say, oh, mein Mann ist Sohn. No, that was all wrong. Scratch that. No. Okay, here. Oh, mein Mann ist groß. And I think that is my husband is tall. Okay. So that's something that I've learned. I learned how to say, Kaffee und Milch bitte. That's coffee with milk, please. I've learned how to say thank you, of course, danke. Thank you very much, danke schön. I've learned how to say mein Sohn ist nett. So that's my son is nice. So anyway, I've been learning some phrases. Don't laugh at me, y'all. I've been learning some phrases. And I mean, I'm just trying to, once again, like I said, immerse myself. So I want to really, really learn as much as I can. Enjoy this move because I plan to be there for a couple of years. And just make great memories, y'all. So stay tuned this is going to be like a little series, I guess, right? Because you'll have to see me when I'm packing out and all that stuff. And then you'll see me when I transition over there, all that. So I'm going to make a little series of it, okay? So stay tuned for the next part of this relocation to Germany, or we're moving to Germany series. And thank you so much for tapping in. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and tap in whenever I post something new. All right, lovelies. Bye.